actually got my start in coaching pretty early on. I was a player, I was a setter back in the day in my undergraduate time when UVic had a volleyball team, and I was coaching the Mount Doug High School team. And then early start for me in coaching was when I assistant coached just after I finished my playing days at UVic. And I was assistant coach with the women's team. And then 1 year later, Tom Graham, who was the head coach, took off to Saskatchewan where he was the men's coach. And I think the UVic program was stuck with me as a very young head coach of their women's varsity program. I was just so fortunate that Rod Belinsky showed up at KLO Secondary School when I was a grade 9 student. And there was no club volleyball back in those days. And so if you didn't have a good high school program, it really would have limited your career. And then I moved to the University of Victoria, where I was fortunate that Bob Harrison showed up. It was his first year when it was our first year playing, and he had a huge impact on me in terms of, you know, who he was as a coach and a person. And I think he also gave me the freedom to start coaching even as an undergraduate, including on the men's provincial team. And maybe the third person that had a big influence was familiar to everybody in Canadian volleyball, and that's Dr. Lawrence Sawula. When I moved to Regina to coach with the Saskatchewan program, the national team was based there, and he just opened the gym doors and let me be there. And I mean, he's continued to be a mentor and a friend to this day. I think I became really passionate about coaching after I left the University of Victoria and took a job full-time coaching, preparing a team for the 1989 Canada Games team. And that process resulted in a gold medal, but I think it was just that 2-year period of working with a really dedicated group of young players where I saw that growth in the team, but also the chance to travel throughout the province and just work in hundreds of clinics. And I think it built my love of coaching. Some of my favorite moments as a coach are probably not even the ones that are on court. You know you enjoy coaching when you see, it could be at summer camp or coaching somebody in club and it's a young player, and when you know you helped them achieve something that they've been struggling with on the court. And a second one, maybe in a slightly different vein, is at the end of, we have what's called seniors night, and players get a chance to speak about their experiences, and it's usually a pretty emotional night for those graduating players and the team, and you just realize kind of even over a 5-year period how much of a journey and how much growth that they've experienced and how many close relationships they have built. One of the most, continuing, challenging, but rewarding aspects of coaching at the post-secondary level is you're seeing players when they start, they come in as probably uncertain or scared first-year players, and they develop and they've come through with their degree and matured a lot over 5 years. So individual development is big, but doing it within a team context. And from a coaching perspective, every year is a fresh new challenge. When I reflect back on accomplishments, I'd say things that stick out are 2 things. Maybe most recently, the national championship we won at home here at UBC, a chance, first time to host in front of the home crowd, alumni. It was a bit of a storybook finish, coming back and winning in 5 sets. And it reminded me a bit of 2 other successful on-court performances, and that was the final of the Canada Games in 1989, winning that at home in Saskatchewan. And also the third one I would highlight is the first national championship that UBC won when I was coaching on a snowy day in New Brunswick in Fredericton, after many years of coming close but not winning a national final.